will embark on nationwide demonstrations if the current bipartisan talks are not fruitful. Azimio is adamant that the government side is not ready for genuine talks and has now made it clear that it will not be part to any parliamentary discussions that are not inclusive of external stakeholders and whose terms of reference and time frame are rather defined. Henry Tende now reports.
The bipartisan talks between the government and the opposition continue to hang in balance as each team holds on hardline stance. Opposition team Azimio has come out to express its dissatisfaction with the government side, accusing President Ruto and his team of lack of seriousness and goodwill in the process.
Kenya Kwanza has no intention whatsoever of holding any dialogue at all, let alone one that is honest, transparent, and bipartisan.
With the government of President Ruto insistent that the talks must be within the framework of the Constitution and as such reluctant to open discussions on all issues raised by the opposition, Raila's team say they will settle for nothing less.
When Honorable Ruto invited us for talks, he did not in his speech capture the entire framework for talks as had been agreed upon with the emissaries he sent to us. This includes leaving out key issues on the cost of living and electoral justice, which are of utmost importance to us and the people of Kenya.
Yesterday's term of reference for the bipartisan talks released by the government is also a point of contention, as Azimio are crying foul that its team of negotiators were not consulted.
We have instructed the chairperson of our team, Senior Counsel Otiendo Molo, to formally invite the Kenya Kwanza team for a meeting to set the ground rules for the talks.
The former premier and his troops now say they do not trust the bipartisan talks that are not inclusive and have demanded all stakeholders be brought on board.
We remain committed to an extra-parliamentary dialogue that is honest, transparent, meaningful, and bipartisan in conception and execution. Our members of parliament in both houses shall not be party to any other process, and particularly not the one proposed in the motion by Kenya Kwanza.
If all the efforts to engage the government in a meaningful and serious engagement do not bear fruits, Azimio has declared it will embark on nationwide demonstrations immediately after the holy months of Ramadan.
The coalition shall resume its weekly protests at the end of Ramadan, and further communication in this regard will follow.
Is there an end to this pull and push between the government and the opposition? Henry Tende, Look Up TV.